Ahead and get started. Today's date is May 14th, 2024. Today is the business meeting. It's 2 p.m. for the Board of County Commissioners. I'd like to call this meeting to order. The first item is a moment of silence. Okay, next is the Pledge of Allegiance. Clerk Locke, would you like to start us?
Lieutenant Klink.
To the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Changes to the agenda. Commissioner Duncan?
None.
I actually wanted to see if we could just remove item number 27. We discussed this earlier.
So my agenda says Real Life Ministries tax exempt application.
Oh. All right, maybe it's been updated since.
26?
No. This is the
All right, let me see if I can.
advisory board.
All right. Okay, I'll pull it up on the website here. But yes, that's fine to remove the appointment of Schlossauer.
Okay. That was the only change to the agenda I had.
Okay.
Next item is public comment. Would anyone like to speak? Jonathan? No? All right. I'll take a motion on meeting minutes.
I move we approve items 1 through 7.
I second the motion.
Chair Pro Tem Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan,
Aye.
Consent calendar.
I move we approve items 8 through 17.
I second the motion.
Chair Pro Tem Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan,
Aye.
And payables.
I move that we approve the payables for the week of May 6th through 10th, 2024 in the amount of $878,731.84, along with jury panel payments in the amount of $3,354.91.
I second the motion.
Chair Pro Tem Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan,
Aye.
All right. First item of business, board approval request, termination of contract with Moetivations, Inc. and 911. And we were supposed to have Heather Lampard today, but she's not here.
She's not. Lieutenant Higgins, for the record, as you know, we entered a contract back in February with Moetivations to provide traveling dispatch services for the 911 center. That was a 3-month contract with a month-to-month after that. June 11th is our 3 months. And at this point, I feel we're in a position where we can terminate and not extend that past that original 3-month contract. So this is just a formality to get that signed off, and we will. I've already been in contact with Moetivations; they're aware of this as well. So, just so you know, we've hired 5 new dispatchers since the first of the year, and we have 6 in training total. And so we're in a better position than we were when this contract was initiated.
Very good. Questions, Commissioner Duncan?
No.
Okay, I'll take a motion.
I move that we approve the termination of contract for Moetivations, Inc. and our 911 center.
I second the motion.
Chair Pro Tem Matari,
Aye.
Chair Duncan,
Aye.
Okay, motion is approved. Next item is 20 board approval request, contract amendment KCSO North and LTA Architects with the Sheriff's Office. Tom, are you on the phone?
Tom is not. Sir, this is Lieutenant Klinkfoos.
Okay.
Yes, so we're asking for an amendment to the original contract. I believe this was discussed at one of the previous status updates, and this is to give services to the roof project.
Okay. Any questions? Commissioner Duncan?
No, I move that we approve the contract amendment for KCSO North and LTA Architects.
I second the motion.
Chair Pro Tem Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye.
And the motion is approved. Next item is 21, Board Approval Request, Patrol Vehicle Purchase Fleet Management Letter, Sheriff's Office, and Captain Kevin Smart.
Thank you, Commissioners. Kevin Smart for the record. Again, this is just to finalize the approval of the 10 patrol vehicles for the Sheriff's Office. 8 of those would be considered regular patrol fleets, and 2 of those would be K9 units. And the 10 purchase orders for those through Mike White Ford are prepped and ready for signage.
Okay, thank you. Questions? Motion?
They just weren't in our packet. So that's my only thing, is they just weren't in our packet. So
The
I would
10,
assume that,
the 10 vehicles?
correct.
The 10 purchase orders?
Yes. Right.
I'll have to check on that. My understanding was that we had sent down the entire grouping with several memos, one from Fleet Management, one from myself, as well as the PDF that had all 10 listed in one PDF file.
Okay. I don't have that file, but I do have the Fleet Management and your memo.
And
So I guess we'll just have to do that.
I'm sorry, Captain Smart, the total dollar amounts that you provided for your regular patrol and your K9 patrol, that is what the total amount will be?
Yes, sir.
Multiplied by 8 and 2 respectively?
Respectively, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I
Commissioner?
think we have a total of 956,420 is what the memo says.
Correct.
And that was the amount that was budgeted for these?
Yes.
Yeah. Any other questions? Motion?
I move that we approve the patrol vehicle purchase with our KCSO patrol in the amount of $956,420.
I second the motion.
Chair Pro Tem Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye.
Okay, motion is approved. Next item is 22, Westlaw Patron Access Contract Renewal with Thomas Reuters and the Prosecuting Attorney's Office Civil Side, Mr. Pat Braden.
Pat Braden, Civil Deputy Prosecuting Attorney for the record. Excuse me. I'm bringing this before the board because I handle the Westlaw contracts for district court as well as for the prosecutor's office. This one is for district court for their patron access terminal that they have had for several years. This is a renewal of the current contract. On my agenda item summary page, I have the cost for each year, plus the 2-month bridge that's in there for June and July. And I've gotten the approval from district court to go forward with this from Carlene Behringer and Acacia Hildreth. So I would just ask that you approve this contract.
Questions? Motion?
Pat, this is regularly budgeted every year,
Yes.
correct?
Yeah, and actually Acacia went to Carlene just to make sure she was okay with the numbers in her budget, and she was.
Okay. I move that we approve the Westlaw Patron Access Contract Renewal with Thomson Reuters.
I second the motion.
Chair Pro Tem Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye.
And the item is approved. Next up is 23, Termination of Ground Lease ALL-2014-300 to vacate property, the Kootenai Humane Society, Inc., and the airport. Kim Stevenson?
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Kim Stevenson with the airport for the record. The Kootenai Humane Society has been moved out of their property for a while, but we had an agreement on the returning of the property to its condition prior to the lease, and we have met that agreed upon status, and we would like to ask that you terminate the lease ALL 2014-300 for the Humane Society.
Questions? Motion?
I move that we approve the termination of ground lease ALL 2014-300, which is with the Kootenai Humane Society.
I second the motion.
Chair Pro Tem Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye.
And the item is approved. Next up, item 24, independent contractor Kim Riley, KBooks, and the Transit Department. Mr. Chad Engel, are you on the phone?
Yes, thank you, Commissioners. Chad Engel with the Transit Department for the record. This is a renewal of the contract between KBooks Financial Services and the Transit Department. This contract is for financial guidance and assistance. The annual amount of $36,000 will be paid on a monthly basis with FTA funds. This has been reviewed and approved by legal.
Questions? Motion?
I move that we approve the independent contractor agreement with Kim Riley, DBA KBooks, and our Transit Department.
I second the motion.
Chair Pro Tem Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye.
Okay, the item is approved. Next up, item 25. This is approval for electrical work at the Kootenai Member Health and Wellness Clinic, Building and Grounds. And I think we have Sylvia Proud here.
Sylvia Proud for the record. On behalf of Greg Manley, we wanted to present to you an invoice from CTC Electrical Contracting in the amount of $11,540.50. The work came in a little bit higher than anticipated, partially because we had to move some electrical due to remodeling and some changes that the city inspector had wanted done. Greg indicated that there was about $3,000 in costs that were not anticipated originally, and we're coming before you per policy 930.
Any questions?
No. Ready for a motion?
Yes.
I move that we approve the electrical work with CTC Electrical invoice totaling $11,540.50.
I second the motion.
Chair Pro Tem Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye.
Okay, that item is approved. Next up is item 26, Advisory Board appointment, Larry Hodel, Airport Advisory Board. The term is expiring 12/31/26. Basically, we discussed this at the status update meeting this morning. So unless you have any questions, I'd take a motion.
I move that we approve the appointment of Larry Hodel to the Airport Advisory Board, term expiring 12/31/26.
I second the motion.
Chair Pro Tem Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye.
Okay, and that item is approved. Next up is item 28, Board Approval Request, Tax Exempt Application for Real Life Ministries in Hayden for AIN 123403. It's with the BOCC and it's an action item. Pat, did you want to talk about this? Or are you up here for the next item?
I'm here for the impact fee contract.
Okay.
I did not work on the tax exempt app.
Yeah,
All right.
that was me.
Okay.
Do you need me to address anything?
Well,
I provided a written opinion.
I don't have any questions. Commissioner Duncan, do you have any questions?
Nope.
I'll take a motion.
I move that we approve the tax-exempt application for Real Life Ministries in Hayden, AIN 123403.
I second the motion.
Chair Pro Tem Matari.
Aye.
Chair Duncan.
Aye.
Okay, that item is approved. Next up is 29, jail impact fee contract with TischlerBise, and it's with the BOCC. And we discussed this at status update this morning to see if there was any questions, comments, or concerns. None came up. So unless there is a question now, I'll take a motion.
I move that we approve the jail impact fee contract with TischlerBise.
I second the motion.
Okay, before you take a vote, I just wanted to clarify that the contract is primarily, for the jail impact fee, but it also allows enough flexibility to make any adjustments to the other impact fees if necessary.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Chair Pro Tem Matari?
Aye.
Chair Duncan?
Aye.
Okay, that item passes. That's it for our business items. Next up is public comment. Do we have anyone who would like to speak? Jonathan? Okay, time is 2:16. The meeting is adjourned. Thank you.